Time now for your forewarned weather with Chief Meteorologist Alana Brophy.
I'm telling you, Alana, I have seen people wearing shorts in this warm weather.
They're going coats off. I saw
I
it
know.
too. I said, okay, let's not get too carried away. But the 60s yesterday,
right?
We saw those records fall, and you know what? We had the warmth there today. Let's go ahead and start with the view of the mountains, because this, Brian, one of the only spots you're going to see that snow. Hasn't happened in the valley. It is so nice. Chris caught this one from Solitude. Great shot. Love to see snow in the mountains, but with this above average trend and a quiet storm track, man, we have to appreciate whatever's up there, because it's going to be a while. As we look at Utah Lake, Valerie submitted this web submission. Really pretty, because you get the mountains reflected in the water of Utah Lake. There's some snow capped there. I love this one. Thank you, abc4.com. Great way to share your weather photos. High pressure in control, quiet, dry. Overall, not a lot happening. That's also the case in southern Utah, where that time-lapse video shows clear skies that have just lingered throughout the week, and the above average warmth is all the way from northern to southern Utah. 58 for that high in Salt Lake. 39 is our average, so almost 20 degrees above that. My goodness, high pressure doesn't mess around. 40s in Provo, 50s in Logan, 64 in St. George. That's 10 degrees above seasonal norms in Washington County. 50s on the eastern side of the state. As we head into the overnight, our 40s dropping into the 30s. Partly cloudy skies expected. Mid-30s to low 30s to start your Saturday. But we're going to warm up quickly, because this ridge of high pressure continues to build. It's strengthening, and it's going to move over the Beehive State. It brings the chance for that above average warmth and keeps us really quiet. So that's the setup as we head into our weekend. Unfortunately, high pressure comes with a price tag this time of year. It's air quality. It declines because we trap relatively cooler air on the valley floor, and then we catch some pollutants in it. That's why moderate air is forecast along the Wasatch Front for our Saturday. Box Elder County also forecast to hit that moderate category with elevated particulate matter. Cache Valley to Tooele County, holdouts there, and then northeastern Utah in the green, and green means clean. But the longer this high pressure drives the weather bus, well, we could see that decline become a little more widespread along the Wasatch Front, and we could worsen from moderate. We don't want to go to bad air. We could. We'll see what happens. Futurecast shows very quiet conditions, a southerly flow. Any bit of wind will help with the mixing and keep the inversion at bay. Cloud cover starts to sneak in on Monday. Okay, signaling a little bit of change. I'm okay with that. Maybe you are too. Moisture in the Pacific Northwest, very evident there. Late Tuesday, we start to see the cloud cover in northern Utah. We're hoping to drag some of that moisture our way so we could see some wet weather. Right now, it looks like scattered showers. High pressure. This ridge is broad. It encompasses the desert southwest, and you can see it pushes the jet further north, where any bit of activity, wet weather, kind of goes around us. But we do have some hope by the middle of next week. An area of low pressure throws that moisture our way, and that includes the chance for some scattered showers. The northern half of the state could get in on the action, and we could maybe see some changes in the pattern. We're going to watch what happens late next week, but it's starting to look promising. That precipitation outlook, healthier. It calls for wetter than average precip in the top third of the state. Very on brand for La Nina, but now extends into central Utah. We'd love to get some wet weather between the 18th and 22nd. That's where the 6 to 10 day puts us. But there's a little bit of a hiccup. Go with me on this. Above average temperatures. So we're talking about valley rain, mountain snow, which we would love, but it looks like the precipitation type with this warmer air would allow for rain in our valleys. I know some folks go, I don't want, we'll take any moisture we can get. 50s for tomorrow, 50s in Moab, 60s in St. George, still above average by plenty. And as that ridge kind of moves over Utah, I think there's a chance we go a little warmer than the 50s. I wouldn't rule out 60s again. 60s in southern Utah, where we've got clear skies, lots of sunshine. Happy Hanukkah to those who will be celebrating on Sunday. And as we look at the Wasatch Front, do you see those numbers? Staying in the 50s. Now, inversion haze could cap some daytime heating in certain counties. We've seen that in Utah County. It's something we're going to watch closely. But I put in the chance of some showers. Yes, it's rain, but it's something. And we've got to take baby steps at this point, because this high pressure and this warmth is absurd.
Absurd. It's absurd, Wes.